On leaving the synagogue, he went with James and John straight to the house of Simon and Andrew. Now Simon's mother-in-law had gone to bed with a fever, and they told him about it straight away. Jesus went to her, took her by the hand and helped her up, and the fever left her and she began to wait on them. That evening after sunset, they brought to him all who were sick and those who were possessed by devils. The whole town came crowding round the door, and he cured many who were suffering from diseases of one kind or another. He also cast out many devils, but he would not allow them to speak, because they knew who he was. In the morning, long before dawn, he got up and left the house, and went off to a lonely place and prayed there. Simon and his companions set out in search of him, and when they found him, they said, "Everybody is looking for you." He answered, "Let us go elsewhere, to the neighbouring country towns, so that I can preach there too. That is why I came." And he went all through Galilee, preaching in their synagogues and casting out devils. So here we have a picture of Jesus at the beginning of his ministry. Very quickly, people realized that this was a kind and generous person, one who would heal them, one who had power from God. And of course, they crowded him. Equally, Jesus realized he had need of space to be with his God, to be with his Father. He took himself off to a lonely place to pray. And what happened? The disciples sought him out. You know that old phrase, if you want something done, ask a busy person? This is sort of what it reminds me of. Jesus was very busy on that first day when he healed Simon's mother-in-law, and then all the township came and he healed them and he cast out devils. Then when he tried to have some space, people sought him again, and he became busy again. But what I like is that as we go through this gospel, we'll find more little places where Jesus takes space to be alone, to pray or to reflect. And I think at the beginning of the year, that is quite a good idea for us to hold on to. How can we, through this year, find a time and a space for quiet reflection or prayer? I know that as I've got a bit older, I find this easier to do because I'm a bit bolder about saying no to people. It's really important, say if you run a diary, to mark a little bit in every now and again with your name or with a symbol. And when somebody asks you if you'll do something at that time, you say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have something else in my diary." The other thing I noticed about that passage was Jesus' great generosity. He didn't sort the people he wanted to speak to or interact with. He didn't take some people for healing and reject others. He accepted all who came to him, including those who, as the scripture says, were possessed by the devil, and maybe some of these were people with mental illnesses. Those kind of people are very scary sometimes, and sometimes because we might not have had much to do with that kind of person, we feel unable or not ready to meet their needs. Maybe this is an invitation to get ourselves familiar with that kind of person, to reach out and personally come to know that kind of person, and to walk alongside them, or maybe to walk in their shoes. So perhaps a good New Year resolution, although we're beyond January now, is that we will do this and we will keep being Jesus people during this year.